Hello guys and welcome to a new video. Today we will be getting cultured with the sound of music. The hills are alive with the sound of music. For today we are going to talk about The Sound of Music, the film from Robert Wise that aired in 1965 and was a big and massive hit for the musical world and just anything whatsoever. Today we will be talking about it as I have done with all these videos. I will talk about the cultural impact that this movie had, about some fun facts behind the scenes. I will tell you if this movie is currently listed in the top 250 movies of all time on IMDb and Letterboxd, and I will tell you if this movie has any adaptations, sequels, prequels or whatsoever. And afterwards we will also top it off with my own review because I recently watched the movie for the first time in movie theaters. Let's get straight into it. The Sound of Music was a massive box office hit and had a massive awards success. It became the highest grossing movie of 1965 pretty damn fast, and it held that title for the entire year. It also held strong against other musicals that have premiered in movie theaters since then, because this one remains one of the highest grossing musicals of all time. And this movie also won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. This film has become a perennial favorite. Of course, the movie is regularly broadcast on TV, and especially during the holiday period. But people also regularly attend sing-along versions of this film in movie theaters when they air them. And to top it all off, the real-life locations in Salzburg have become massive and major tourist draws. And I'm gonna be honest, when I was watching the movie, I wanted to go to Austria myself, so that's saying something. This movie also influenced on how that stage plays and musicals got adapted into film. Because of the structure of this film, which stays very close to what the Broadway musical show officially had, but it expanded it with cinematography, with real-life locations, and it also decided which songs to add, which songs to cut, and what to cut from that original view to make the movie flow better. It was influential on how to integrate choreography and setting on the big screen. So yes, we can safely say that The Sound of Music had a massive cultural impact, but there's also some fun facts from the making of this movie. Did you know that not all actors did their own singing? Of course, Julie Andrews and the Von Trapp children all did their own singing, but Christopher Plummer, for example, had someone else dub him over. The dubbing voice for Christopher Plummer's character was Bill Lee. And also Peggy Wood, who played Mother Abbess, had some of her portions dubbed. One of the most iconic shots from this movie is Julie Andrews spinning on a hill when she is singing The Hills Are Alive in the beginning of the film. This shot was created with a helicopter covering over her so they could film her from above. But the downwash air from the chopper kept knocking her over and she kept falling down. It's reported that she fell on her ass at least 10 times. As I said in the third point for my cultural impact, but this movie also added 2 new songs that weren't even in that Stageway Broadway musical show. These songs are I Have Confidence and Something Good. The song Something Good replaced a song called An Ordinary Couple from the Stageway musical. The Sound of Music is universally seen as one of the greatest films of all time, and it is currently slated on place 229 in the IMDb Top 250 Narrative Films. It is, however, not slated in that list on Letterboxd. The Sound of Music doesn't really have direct sequels, adaptations, prequels or anything regarding the movie, but the movie itself is an adaptation. The story of The Sound of Music originally began with the memoir from Maria von Trapp, The Story of the Trapp Family Singers. And before the 1965 film in America, there was also a West German film in 1956 called Die Trapp-Familie. That movie had a sequel called The Trapp Family in America, which aired in 1958. And it also has 2 live televised versions of it called The Sound of Music Live from the United States in 2013 and The Sound of Music Live from the UK in 2015. And to top it all off, I had never seen this movie, so I was deeply excited to go watch this in a movie theater whenever I had the chance. I was waiting for years for the right moment to watch this film, and whenever the 60th anniversary for this movie was announced to be coming back to movie theaters, I immediately bought a ticket and I went to see it for the first time ever on the big screen. And I have to say, I'm gonna be honest, I loved it. It was a very awesome movie, and the fun thing about it is I did not know anything about it. I, of course, knew Doe, a Deer, I knew that song, and I knew The Hills Are Alive, and I knew one of the other songs, but I did not really know anything about the story, apart from that she was supposed to be a nan, or supposed to be the governess, as they're saying it, what it is, and that she had to take care of these 7 children. That's everything I knew, but that is only a small part of the film. I thought that everything that happened in like the first hour of this film was going to be the entire thing. I don't know how, but in 26 years of my life, I never knew anything about Nazi Germany and the Anschluss of Austria being a big influential part of this film. So to see that happen and to be surprised by that really helped elevate the story even more, because now I also had something to look forward to, because I did not know anything about that, so I could be surprised by everything that went on screen, and I loved it. I thought that, of course, that first hour was amazing, but everything else, considering the war in Nazi Germany and the Anschluss of Austria, was also really great, and I did not expect the film to go there. I did not expect the film to handle those topics, so it surprised me immensely. And of course, this movie makes you happy with all of the happy songs and with everything that they are doing, with the story that's cute and with everything else that is included in this movie. This is just one hell of a good time, and I can see why this movie is being shown all around the year, or especially all around the world on Christmas. I totally get it. I did think the movie was maybe a little bit too long. I could have shortened down maybe 10 minutes or so, but I don't bother. The runtime of this film did not even bother me at all. It could have been a little bit shorter, but it wasn't necessarily to have it to. This film is great. This film is awesome, and I deeply love it for everything that it has. And now that I've seen it on the big screen, I will for sure watch it more and more and more often, because this movie is amazing. And yes, I loved the songs. I love the casting. I love every single character. I thought Mr. Von Trapp, Christopher Plummer, was going to be an asshole the entire film, so I did not expect him to be a good guy from the halfway point. So that is really great. This movie surprised me. This movie held me by the guts. This movie sucked me in, and I deeply loved the sound of music. What did you think of this film? Please let me know in the comments down below. I will give this one 5 stars in the heart. I think it deeply deserves that perfect score. Alright, what did you think of it? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'd like to see you in the next video. Thank you, and bye bye.